Hi everyone. Now this is the second part of our video. हमने ऑलरेडी 100 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर लिया है. ये पार्ट 2 है. चलिए लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड. Satvahans minted their coins predominantly in. The answer to this will be lead. The headquarters of Gadar party was at. The answer to this will be San Francisco. And can you tell me that when was Gadar party established? It was established in 1913 and it was founded by Lala Hardayal, and its founding president and first secretary was Sohan Lal Bakhna. Where did Lord Buddha breathe his last? Lord Buddha breathed his last in Kushinagar. That is option 3. And these first and second options, they are also related to Buddhism only. Bodh Gaya is the place where Lord Buddha attained enlightenment, and Sarnath is the place where Lord Buddha gave his first sermon. It is also said that while giving his sermon, even the animals and birds had come to Buddha to listen to his preachings. Fahian visited India during the reign of Chandragupta II. Mention the place where Buddha attained enlightenment. Just now I told you, even the explanation and the additional information which I'm giving you, kindly note it down somewhere or either keep it in your mind, because these are important. See, this question had come up in SSC CGL. So, where he had attained enlightenment was Bodh Gaya. The Greek ambassador sent to Mauryan court was Seleucus Nicator. Okay. Now, which one of the following was the last Buddhist text produced in India? The answer to this question will be option 4. Arthashastra was written by Kautilya, and is also known as Vishnugupta. Okay. Chanakya. Worship of Mother Goddess was associated with. Now we have seen in the previous lectures there was a question, if you can remember, the answer will be Indus Valley Civilization. Alexander and Porus fought a battle at. Now I'll tell you one thing. Jhelum is known as Hydaspes in the language of Alexander, the Greek. So when this question came up in the exam, the marked answer was Hydaspes. But then if you do not find Hydaspes and if you find Jhelum, then you mark Jhelum only. Identify the Buddhist literature from the following. Now the first option itself, that is Tripitak, is the answer. Seleucus Nicator was defeated by Chandragupta Maurya. The striking feature of Indus Valley civilization was that it was urban civilization. Okay, that is the first option. After Alexander's death, the eastern part of his empire came under Seleucus Nicator. The early Buddhist scriptures were composed in. Okay, now here you will see two kind of questions, that the Jain scriptures and Buddhist scriptures were in which language. Do not get confused. Always remember that the Buddhist scriptures were composed in Pali, while the Prakrit texts were used by Jains. Okay, and the Prakrit is also known as Ardha Magadhi. Okay, Ardha Magadhi. In Mohenjo-daro, building is the largest building is granary. Even the Great Bath was a huge complex, but then the granary was the largest building. The caste system of India was created for, the repercussions of caste system and all, but then what was the main reason for the creation of caste system? It was occupational division of labor. It wasn't said that current scenario is very poor, I would say, but it was basically operational for the division of labor. Gautam Buddha was born at. Now you tell me the answer. Gautam Buddha was born at. He was born at Lumbini, which is in Nepal. Who was the mother of Mahavira? Mahavira. Okay, the given answers are not appropriate. Okay, mother of Mahavira is none of the above given. Of the following scholars, who was the first to discover the traces of Harappan civilization? We have covered a question here, and the answer will be Alexander Cunningham. Alexander Cunningham, the third answer. Let's move to the next question. Monolith rathas of the Pallavas were found at. Now monolith, you know what is monolith? That means one single huge rock without any cut structures. It was found at Mahabalipuram. The paintings of Ajanta depicts the stories of Jatak tales. It is related to Buddhism. Which is the port town of Indus Valley civilization? It is Lothal, and we all know it because we have covered the question. And Lothal is in Gujarat. Poet Kalidasa lived in the court of Chandragupta Vikramaditya. Which was the oldest university? All the given options are one university or the other, but Nalanda was the oldest university. Okay. Who is called the second Ashok? Second Ashok, Kanishka. Okay. The famous Kailash Nath temple was at Kanchi was built by Narsimhavarman II. Okay. Kalibangan is situated in Rajasthan. Bindusara sent Ashoka to quell the rebellion of. Now from this you will get to know that Bindusar was the father of Ashoka. Okay. And he sent Ashoka to quell the rebellion in Ujjain. Okay. Mahabalipuram is important city that reveals the interest and arts of just now we had discussed that Mahabalipuram was built by Pallava. Lord Mahavira died at. So Lord Mahavira, so we had just now covered about Buddhism, like he died at Kushinagar, and Lord Mahavira died at Pavapuri. The Indus people knew the use of weights and measures, which is proved by the discovery of the seal. Now they are asking about, there are two questions over here. The first is itself that we get to know about the Indus Valley civilization people about weights and measure by the seal, and the answer to this question will be Harappa. Which language was mostly used for the propagation of Buddhism? Just now we had discussed, right? The answer will be Pali. Hoysala's capital was. Now Hoysala is a South Indian dynasty, and its capital was Dwarsamudram. Who among the following was not a part of Mauryan dynasty? Now the answer to this question is Ajatasattu, because he belongs to Haryanka dynasty. Sangam age is associated with Tamil Nadu. Who was the court poet of Harsha? We have discussed this question. So basically each and every question is like repetition of some question or the other, either in the explanation or something like that. Okay. Where is Lingaraja temple located? It is located in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Who wrote the grammatical work Ashtadhyayi? It was written by Panini. Bitapala and Dhiman, the two great artists that India had produced, belong to the age of I'll tell you the trick over here. What do you see? Pala, right? It belongs to the Pala age. Okay. Beat Pala and Dhiman. Okay. Now, Buddha gave his first religious message at I told you where did he give it exactly. So, the answer to this question will be Sarnath. The origins of Indian music could be traced to. Now here you see Rig Vedic, Yajurved, Samved. Samved is the answer. Rig Veda has got rituals and hymns and all, and Yajurved has specifically mentioned about the proper who among the following is associated with the study of Harappan civilization? The answer to this question will be M.S. Watts. The Gupta era was started by whom? Gupta era was started by Sri Gupta. Okay. Which Chola king founded the city Puhar? Puhar is a port city. Okay, and port of which dynasty? It was a port of Chola dynasty, and it was founded by Karaikal. Which Rashtrakuta ruler built the famous Kailash temple of Shiva at Ellora? It was built by Krishna III. Which museum houses the largest collection of Kushan sculptures? So, the answer to this question will be Mathura Museum. Okay, and there was actually two kind of arts which flourished during the Kushan time period. One was Mathura and other was Gandhar. Okay. Mahavir was born in a Kshatriya clan. In fact, even Gautam Buddha, younger name was Siddharth, was born in Kshatriya clan only, and he was born in the clan whose name was Jantrik. Virupaksha temple was built by Chalukyas. Takshila was a famous site of Gandhar. Okay, Gandhar. The gold coins were issued first in India by. Now, this is a very catchy question. The answer to this will be Greeks. Now, the Kushans made it more popular. Which of the following dynasties conquered Sri Lanka and Southeast Asian countries? Which of the following dynasties? Now, the answer to this question will be the Cholas. The art style which combines Indian and Greek features is called Gandhar, Greek as well as G. You see G and G. The Harappans were the earliest people to produce. The answer to this question will be cotton. Cotton was first produced by the Harappan people in India. The Megalith culture 500 BC to 100 AD brings us to the historical period in South America. The megaliths used. Megalith, I've just now told you about the megalith and microlith. So the graves encircled by big pieces of stones. A Chinese pilgrim who visited India during Harshvardhan was Yung Sang. You see H, you mark the answer, Yung Sang. Chalukyan king Pulakeshin II was defeated by Mahendravarman I. Greek Roman art has found a place in Buddhist art. Just now we said that Greek and Indian style was mixed in Gandhar. So in the Buddhist art, Kushans were the patronizers of Buddhism. Okay. Ajanta painting belongs to. Just now tell me, we got to know that Jatak tales associated with Ajanta painting, and Jatak tales belongs to Buddhist thing. But the period, they are asking the period, and the answer to this will be option 4. The Harappans were, this is a very, very common question, and you know that they were highly egalitarian and urban as well. The crop which was not known to the Vedic people. Okay, you tell me, when was tobacco introduced? Tobacco was introduced during the time period of. It was introduced in the time period of Jahangir, right? And Portuguese brought it to India. So the answer to this question will be tobacco. The Rashtrakuta kingdom was founded by Danti Durga, the first option. The painting in Ajanta and Ellora caves are indicative of the development of art under the, we have just not done the question, it was under the Rashtrakuta paintings, okay. Gupta dynasty was famous for its Gupta dynasty is called the golden time period. So it was basically famous for art and architecture. The last Buddhist king who was a great Sanskrit scholar and a writer was he. They're asking about particularly the last Buddhist king, and the answer to this will be Harshavardhan. Harsha era started in 606 BC AD. Okay, who built Brihadeshwar temple at Tanjore? It was built by Rajaraja Chola. Who among the following foreigners was the first to visit India? Okay, you'll have to just do a little bit of work over here. Yun Sang visited during the time period of Harshavardhan. Megasthenes during the time of Chandragupta, and Fahian during the time period of Chandragupta too. So from here only you can figure out that the answer to this question will be Megasthenes. Third Buddhist council was patronized by, and if you remember and if you haven't seen the first part of this lecture of this series, then go and visit. I have given the mnemonics over there. The third Buddhist council was presided over by Ashoka. Carving in the famous Ajanta caves was first started during the reign of. The answer to this question will be Satvahans. The official court language of the Guptas were, we have known about the Buddhism and Jainism. Now the language of the Gupta era was Sanskrit, okay, and Guptas were Vaishyas, okay. Which of the following option is match? Now for this the correct answer is option 4, because Khajuraho temple was built by Chandel, okay. The most distinguished ruler of Chalukyan dynasty was, so the answer to this question will be Pulakesin II, and Pulakesin 1, Pulakesin II. Harsha Charitra was written by, we all know because we have done this just now, it is Banabhatta. The capital of Kanishka was, so Kanishka's capital was Purushpura, okay. In which language were the Buddhist Pitaka composed? Now you will have to answer this correctly. The answer to this question is Pali, because we know that Pali is the language of Buddhism. Who was called India's Napoleon because of his victories? So the answer to this question is Samudragupta. He is also called Lichavi Dohitra. Buddhism in Nepal was introduced during the reign of Ashoka. The Pallavas ruled from Kanchipuram, also known as Kanchi, and Kanchi was the capital of Pallavas. The Gandhara style of sculpture during the Kushan period is a combination of, the question just got repeated. So basically all the questions which we are doing over here are extremely important. So the answer to this question will be Indo-Greek style. The greatest Kushan leader who got converted to Buddhism was, so who got converted to Buddhism? The answer to this will be Kanishk. Kanishk was a patronizer of Buddhism, I have told you already. The Gupta king who assumed the title of Vikramaditya, this also have been discussed. Chandragupta II is the answer, and Chandragupta I, the title he assumed was, you write in the comment section. Which ruler murdered his father Bimbisara to ascend his throne? It is Ajatashatru. Which ruler founded the famous Vikramshila University for the Buddhists? It is Dharampala. The greatest astronomer and mathematician during the Gupta period was Aryabhatta. Which of the following Gupta kings stopped the Huns from invading India? So the answer to this will be Skandagupta, and do not get confused with Samudragupta and Skandagupta, okay. Alexander and the army of Porus camped on the opposite banks of the river. You know the answer. Now tell me, it is because Jhelum, Hydaspes is not given here. See, who were the first to issue gold coins in India? In India, they were the Kushans. Indo-Greeks were the first to issue gold coins, and in India, when they say it, it will be Kushans. Who among the following were the first to invade India? So the first to invade India were the Arabs. 712, Muhammad bin Qasim. Who amidst the following was a wife of Emperor Ashoka? Who influenced him? It was Karuvaki. Okay, Karuvaki. The famous Kailasa temple cut into the solid rock at Ellora was built under the patronage of, the answer to this will be Rashtrakutas. Purushpura is the other name of Purushpura. We just now saw the capital of Kanishk, and it is the other name of Peshawar. Peshawar is in currently. Write down in the comment section. Which of the following was the capital of Chola king? So the answer to this will be Tanjore or Thanjavur. Tripitak. Tripitak is, I've told you, that it belongs to Buddhist. Which of the following material was mainly used in the manufacture of Harappan seals? If you see steatite, mark steatite. Since the answer it is not given here, then we mark terracotta. The capital of Pallavas was, I have told you in the explanation. See, listen to the videos carefully, but do watch the videos, because the explanation which I give are even equally important. Who defeated Harshavardhan on the bank of Narmada? The answer to this will be Pulakesin II. Pulakesin II will be its answer. Now let's move to the next question. During whose reign did the Gandhar school of art blossom? Even you all know the answer now, and the answer is Kanishk. Both Jainism and Buddhism had no faith in, yajnas, salvation, caste system, rituals. Basically, like, these two religions were born out of Hinduism because Hinduism that time had become very ritualistic, very rigorous in on caste system and all. So like Gautam Buddha was agnostic, and Mahavir Jain was an atheist. Okay, the Gupta Saka was founded by, so it was founded by Chandragupta I. Chandragupta I, the answer. Now here we complete our second series. If you like it, kindly support it, and do subscribe the channel. We'll upload more videos and cover the entire thing, and I have more things in the pipeline. Thank you.